Here we have a 2018 18-plate Mercedes-Benz GLE 43 4MATIC Night Edition. Now this vehicle does come with 4 superb, unscratched, unmarked 21-inch alloy wheels in gunmetal grey. Now it does have the Mercedes intelligent LED headlights, black Panoramic style front grille with the chrome front badging. We have the bonnet vents on either side of the bonnet, and there's a quick look at another alloy wheel. Now stepping back, you can see we do have the side steps, as well as the panoramic sunroof, which is currently open. We have blacked out styling, so you do get the privacy glass on the rear with the black window trim. We do also have front and rear parking sensors with 360-degree cameras, one that pops out the Mercedes badges on the rear, one in the front grille, and 2 underneath the wing mirrors. We do have dual black tip exhaust flush with a rear bumper and also the rear diffuser. We do also have a power assisted rear tailgate from a touch of a button, then the tailgate will then open and reveals the nice spacious sized boot with 12-volt connectivity, storage, bin just on the left hand side. You also have storage net on the right hand side. That's also power assisted back down again from a touch of a button. As you can see, we do have that rear spoiler lip, which really does make this car stand out. Now stepping back, you can see this vehicle is free from any major marks, dents or scratches, and really does look superb from every angle. Now if we go to the rear of the car, I'll show you bits of the interior. Now as you can see, we do have full leather throughout with the red stitching, ISOFIX points, pull down leather armrests with 2 nice sized cup holders. On the doors, you have again the leather with the red stitching, integrated premium Harman speakers with your brushed metal trim. You also have your electric window just there as well. I'll go into the front. There's a look at the driver's front seat, which is extremely comfortable and is also heated. Again with the red stitching just there as well. On the doors, you have your electric windows with electric power folding mirrors. Your electric memory seat function, which is just there. Brushed metal trim, and again the integrated Harman speakers. Jumping inside the car and looking down there, you have your auto lights with your keyless start. So if I jump in, foot on the brake, push the button, the vehicle will then start. Now we do have a multifunction steering wheel with cruise control and speed limiter just down there with your electric steering wheel adjustments. Now this vehicle has done just over 18,840 miles and is free from any warning lights on the dashboard. Now we do have paddle shift if we take the car into manual mode just there as well. Now in the centre we do have the satellite navigation screen where we can find media connectivity, so you have Bluetooth media. Click on it again, scroll across, you have media interface 1 and 2, which is USB. You also have your Navi again, telephone connectivity via Bluetooth, and you also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built into this vehicle, as you can see just there. We do have different drive modes where we do have individual, where you can adapt all these settings to suit your preferences. Comfort, Sport, Sports Plus, and also slippery. That slippery makes it easier to drive in those slippery conditions. Now pop it into reverse, you can see the rear reversing camera on the right hand side with the top down view on the right, left. Scroll across through all the settings where you can choose what camera angle that you want. I'll pop that back into park. Now we do have the AMG suspension. As you can see, it's just rising at the moment from a touch of a button, which is just down there. We also have DSR manual mode, and also click on this button just here, and it goes and shows you your driver mode. So currently I'm pressing the brake, so it is 100% on the brake. Let go of the brake, it just tells you what percentage of brake that it's currently using. Give it a little rev, you can see when you tap the throttle, it also goes up percentage there as well. It shows you what degree of angle that your wheel is at, so if I turn the wheel you can see it there changing. Now coming back off that and going home, back to navigation. Now coming down here you do have all the buttons for the screen, so your radio, media, navi and telephone. Down here you have your 2 heated front seats which work just as you would expect it to, so you have your right hand side and your left hand side. Track control on and off with stop start on and off. You also your parking sensors on and off. Dual zone climate control, which works exactly how you would expect it to, with ice cold aircon just there as well. Storage just down there. Pop this open, you have more storage, 12-volt connectivity, and 2 nice cup holders. Now this is what user control hubs on your screen. Like I said before, we have the AMG suspension, DSR, and you also have the mode for the percentage of brake and throttle, and you also have your manual mode just there, and all your driver modes just there. Soft touch leather armrest with storage just underneath from a touch of a button just there, again with the red stitching. And there's a look at the passengers full leather front seat, again with the red stitching. Now the passenger is also heated, electric and memory. Now to shut the panoramic sunroof, on these buttons just here, just press forward, and as you can see, it then closes. And I'll show you the whole process of it closing, just to show you that it works exactly how you would expect it to. Now the blind goes back, press the button again, and then the blind will then close the entire way. As you can see, it works exactly how you would expect it to. Now this vehicle is available to take away today with free, contactless nationwide next day delivery. It's HPI clear, comes with a fresh service, new MOT, and we do offer competitive low finance. Thank you very much for watching. Video test drive of this Mercedes-Benz GLE 43 AMG. Now the purpose of this video test drive, of course, is to show that the vehicle drives exactly how you would expect it to. Now, as you can see, I'm not notifying my steering wheel to keep it in straight lines, going straight and true, and not veering off to the left or to the right hand side. Now, I do have paddle shift if we set the car into manual mode, but before that, I'm going to use the cruise control. Now, to activate the cruise control, simply just push down, and it goes to the nearest miles an hour. I have to slow down for traffic. Now, push up very slightly, or just to the nearest 5, goes up by 1. Push up until you feel a bit of a click there, just to the nearest 5 miles an hour. Now, to cancel, simply just push away from you or tap the brake. Now, at the roundabout, I'm going to take a left as you would if you're driving this vehicle today, and I'm going to use the paddle shift. So currently in 4th, drop it down to 3rd, into 2nd, into 3rd, into 4th. Now, to let the car take back over, simply either press M, just down there, twice, and it'll go back to drive, or push down on the gear stick, and it'll go back into drive. Now, when you pop it in M when it's in drive, it was then fully manual, so you have to use the paddle shift and it won't change for you. Now, we do have very comfortable full leather seats, which are also heated. You can quite easily do 2, 3, even 400 miles in this vehicle and still get out feeling fresh. We do have the panoramic sunroof, which I'm opening now, well, opening the blind, as well as the screen in the centre where we do have the satellite navigation. We do also have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, Bluetooth media and Bluetooth audio connectivity, as well as 360-degree cameras when you pop it into reverse. So one in the front grille, one where the Mercedes badge is, it folds out, and you have 2 underneath each wing mirror. Now I do have the red stitching all around this vehicle, which is a very nice addition. You also have ice cold aircon, which is always good for those hot summer days. You have different drive modes where you do have individual, comfort, sport, sport plus, and also slippery. Now when it's in slippery, it does reduce the engine power, as it goes all the drive mode, so engine, suspension and steering all goes into comfort to make it a very easy drive. Now this is 4MATIC, so it's 4-wheel drive, so it is very capable for all conditions. Now if you're test driving this vehicle today, you'll be listening out for any wanted knocks or bangs. Now if you've been listening out during this test drive video, there hasn't been any, which is always a bonus when buying a used car. Now this vehicle does have the same engine as the C43 AMG, so it does have 385 brake horsepower. So when you put your foot down, it really does want to go. Now, here at Arts Car Sales, we are a 5-star dealership with over 300 5-star reviews on Google, Autotrader and CarGurus. Now if you read through the reviews, our customers really do reiterate the fact of how good we are to buy from and how caring of a company we actually are. We do have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and TikTok, so feel free to follow us on either platforms just to stay up to date with everything RS Car Sales. Now if you follow us on TikTok and Instagram, you'll be able to see a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on here at RS Car Sales, and we also have the first look at new stock that comes in. So right now I'm coming up to the industrial state where I'm going to take a right, I'm going to perform emergency stop and probably straight into reverse just to show that the brakes work exactly how you would expect it to. And you'll see pop up in the centre screen the 360-degree cameras. So pull in it just now, and I'll do the emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Hard onto the brakes, straight into reverse, no issues whatsoever. And you can see the 360-degree camera just there. This will also be rear view. Pop it into drive, it goes to the front view. Now, if you haven't answered all of your questions and inquiries during this test drive and walk around video, please feel free to get in contact with the sales team where they can answer any unanswered questions and also run through some inquiries with you. But that's it for me in this walk around video and video test drive. Hope to hear from you soon. Cheers.